That will be a test. See, I'm gonna see if the fact that I made an announcement, you know, like over an hour ago, means anything to anybody. Or if I need to really actually make sure that I make an announcement, and another announcement, and another announcement, and another announcement. And so on, and so on, and so on. Alright, so I made a little mixture right before I went on here. It's oxide of chromium, titanium white, and what else did I throw in there? I threw in a little bit of the cadmium lemon, and I'm sorry, that's azo lemon, right? That's azo lemon. Sorry, not cadmium lemon. And what else do I have in there? I had a little bit of the olive green, just a touch. Give it some. Oh no, I'm sorry, a little bit of sap green. I'm messing with my greens here. It's been that type of day, I guess. I can't even get my greens right. Look, I'll be honest, I don't expect anybody to be here for this by the end of this night. I can't seem to post on the old Discord that I used to, which is a little concerning. I don't know quite what's going on with them. I thought that used to be a pretty good source to get some people in. But it seems that source has been removed for some reason. I don't quite know why. I can't seem to find the old posting boards that they had. So that's kind of bothersome. Feel a little left out and alone again. Another dab of ultramarine because that one's probably most certainly dried up. We're still on that push for 50. I'd like to get it, man. I don't know what else to do, though. How else to hit? I am not fucking around tonight, though. Not that anybody's going to read this or see this, but I put on Hillary Allen's new album because I figured the first album did very well. One time when I was struggling with the painting, and so I'm doing it again just to make sure I don't struggle tonight. Figure I'm not gonna hit as very like last time I did it. I hit like a very fugue-like state. I don't think I'll do that because I'm gonna constantly keep trying to talk in case somebody shows up. It says hello. Mine is also stuff like this I gotta put in here. Reinstate the branches and shit. Phenomenal album to listen to. Okay, it's not gonna have any singing unfortunately tonight. I know all the people that aren't here will be very terrible, but be upset. Look, I know I'm a little hard on myself sometimes, I think, regarding my lack of viewership, but here's what I can't figure out. Actually, if you look at like the total views I have, I've got more views than some people that have affiliates, and I don't quite understand how that's possible. At least some of the people I've seen. That, like, it's like, oh, they started following me, or they clicked something on my Instagram and I check them out. This track. It's crazy. Hillary, you're a beast. Jesus. Alright, sorry. That this front one is like a bigger mixture of tones than previous ones. I think that's where we were trying too much last time, I think, to blend it and keep everything kind of, let's get crazy, make it jump out a little bit, you know. That's all right, we can do that, you know. I think that's one thing I've been pulling back on too much. It's like I've been holding back on my colors sometimes, trying to get too close to a life to try to prove something to people that don't give a shit. I guess. Or, not even that. That's not even the right way to put it. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Take a little dab of that, dab of that. Actually, I need to dab that too. More. Okay, so that was, in case you're wondering, that's phthalo green. Not phthalo green, Viridian, sorry. Phthalo, no. I cannot think of my colors tonight. I'm trying now to focus on this. Just going by instinct. Alright. So Alizarin Crimson, Indian Red, Viridian Green, and French Ultramarine. There you go. Now I got them all. Take that for a highlighted area. There we go. Oh, let me, since nobody's here, I'll take advantage of it in case somebody does show up. Get everything back into place. Got all messed up last time I touched it. Oh, why is this not on my focus? Oh, there, so that's on. There we go. Okay, good. So I'm trying to listen when I hear upstairs. Let's do. Oh, you know what else I need to do? I always need to do this because it does work. Update info. And I see something else. There's something else I saw. Stream markers. I don't know what these are. Oh, okay, never mind. I got it. I see what those are. Never mind. I don't need to have one of those. Those are if I have something funny, I guess, right? Something important. I never have anything like that. Okay, well, let's hope we alternate those more. So we're going to go back to that. Yeah, I think this is much better. Definitely much better than we had the other night. You know, sometimes you just get like, the cart goes before the horse. You're like, okay, I'm going to finish this tonight. And then I was like, because I was so intent on finishing it, I think I just wasn't making good decisions last night. And so I think the decisions feel much better. They feel much more natural. The trees feel like trees, and it's the Zen master. Or she's like the student, goes into the train with the Zen master. What do you know? Okay, well, I know the trees are the trees, the mountains are the mountains, and the ocean is the ocean. Okay, good. They go and train. And they come back. Okay, now tell me what you know. He says, the trees are not the trees. The mountains are not the mountains. The ocean is not the ocean. So the master says, good, good, good. Takes him back in. They train a few more years. Tell me what you know. The trees are the trees, the mountains are the mountains, and the ocean is the ocean. It's a bit of a confusing parable, but it actually works very well. Green again. Reference photo. So that's it. I forgot about that. That worked much better than what we had before. Throw a little bit more depth into this one here. Just a couple spots. Give it a little oomph. Color look off. Does it look that bad on the... Kind of does. Huh. This looks out too, doesn't it? Especially for this little camera. I'm sorry, this one's hard to keep focus. So I don't know if it'll get better or worse there. So small on this thing. Even if I go in the bigger window, I can't really tell. This does look off. Let's see if I can fix this. That's probably why. Oh, not fireworks. No. Not low light either. Sunset. Not beach, not snow. Looks like the sunset wind are going to the best. That looks like the best. That's a little closer, I think. I have to tweak for this camera, man. Oh, see now, I can't do, anyway, alright, never mind. That's not what I want. There's a thing about giveaways, and I'm going to have a giveaway when I hit 50, but... Yeah, 50 first. Add a giveaway, it's like there shit. Alright, this is for my trees, and I don't think I can touch it. She said, show us. She said. That's like something from me. Get out. There's like all this freaking oil there and it's running dried up on me. Little friend here starting to give me some trouble. Really just little touches, good little upgrade here and there, a little spot. Mind you, I'm not 100% concerned with making them technically considered impressionist. As much as I don't have that speed that I used to do. The reality of trying to capture the essence of something like this. Whole thing is I think it makes sense. If you're into like super duper realism and stuff, that's fucking awesome. Many times, my ideal version of this channel would be to get more people than one viewer and get people like working on the same thing I am or something similar. You know, we always have the same thing that's fine too. Currently we're doing a new account, and you know, not necessarily my style or anything like that. Just get an idea. Like I said, my buddy of mine was chiming in, like, well, he didn't chime in, but he was watching his phone and figured out how to try it. He was wondering if I'd talk about like the actual act of painting and breaking down medium and stuff like that. I'm like, well, not really, but it's like I'm gonna like spit some interesting. pass time because nobody's talking or anything like that. But it's like, that's only what it's about for me. This channel. I don't want to be telling you how to do this specific thing. Goals are still about getting ready to start doing something in your style a little bit. Chat later. They do what I did. This is cool. First one there thing. People looking at you. Not today. There's a lot of stuff that's being happening. That's happening here. I brought that on myself here. I was just listening right before I came on. I was listening to more clips of the president's. I'd like to think of them as sort of. I don't get to listen very much anymore. I was listening to like some old clips. When Preston was interviewing, they were doing an interview with Seth Rogen. It had to be recorded at Seth was on recording that show. They don't like doing that. They don't. A lot of stations do, but it has to be like a superstar. Really big. Really they were interviewing him, and Preston were in the middle trying to ask him questions. So in this movie, there's some of improv that you've become to known as, and it was like they're all like, what the fuck did he just say? Like they couldn't even figure out because it's not a sentence. Whatever he did was just not a sentence. And they actually, he thought they would get away with it, or thought he would. I guess. They edited it so that when the interview was played, Preston re-recorded his question. Made some sort of logical sense, but of course, the way that show works, they don't let each other forget things like that. So, right afterwards, they play the real version. So, here's the thing. I think there were other mitigating factors, like something like that. They had one of their mixers or something. Some of that. And I'm doing a terrible job selling it. They're very, very good. did their comic book years ago. This cause. Sort of I can't even claim. You know, I wrote them and I did all the art. And I didn't do all the art. Did some of the coloring, but I can't even like claim though like the humor of it, because whatever anybody found funny, I literally just left it all. It was just a joke there or something that had been said on the show at some point, and I just looked at it. I pretty much just put it on form. I guess I should have put in my review. I sent it. I mentioned this on here before, but I'll mention it again. When I first stumbled upon Chloe's music, just because I was suffering from like a big issue concentrating, I was working on last December. And it was like, I was just not focusing. I could not get it together. No matter how hard I tried, that was just, and everything I tried. I was on a big Parliament Funkadelic kick at the time. Parliament wasn't working. I don't have a lot of classical music in my collection, really, per se. And, but usually I reserve it for like times when I have really bad trouble concentrating. But even that I had wasn't working. Bach cello suites, and it just wasn't popping for me. Nothing was working. And I had seen something, a commercial of her advertising her as the artist in residence at the Philadelphia Orchestra that morning. And I was like, okay, you know, and I was googling, you know, Bach or whatever, just find something different, and her name popped up, and I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, I saw this morning. What's this about? Let's check it out." And so it was her first album, Hilary Hahn Plays Bach, and I put it on. I started painting, and I went into like a fugue, like I had no fucking clue what I was doing. Like, it worked. Don't get me wrong. Like, when I got done, like when the album ends, I kind of, you know, pop awake again, and it was like, oh fuck, there's a lot more stuff on this paint. Like, you know, shit. Alright. Now we're talking. So then, put on another album. The next one I think was Violin and Voice that I put on. And same thing. Boop. Gone. You know. I was in La La fucking land. Album ends. Wake up. More paint on the canvas. Now, stuff like that's kind of happened to me before. Kind of. And the way I've described it before has always been the opposite happens. That is to say, sure, music may be on or something, but I don't notice it, or anybody in my immediate vicinity or anything like that while I'm working. I don't remember doing things sometimes where I'm painting, like I'm so focused on it that, you know, the great example I always use is I did a portrait of my wife years ago, back when we were dating. We might have been engaged at the time. I'm trying to think, but I think we were just dating at the time. I worked on it for 48 hours straight without sleeping, because I just I didn't sleep, I didn't eat, I know I drank sodas and I peed, and the only reason I have reference for those are because when it kind of popped out of it, I had soda bottles everywhere. So I assumed the urine went somewhere. So it's like kind of a, 50-50 there, or whatever. It's like a, A plus B equals C must be true, kind of thing. But anyway, so I've had that happen before. Like I said, it was like 48 hours straight. I smoked cigarettes. I remember that. So that was still part of the painting process to me back then. Smoking was just part of it. So I'd go outside my parents' house at the time and I'd smoke, but I know there's no way I went 48 hours without smoking. So it's more of an assumption, I should say. No, I think I can remember it, I guess, because I used to spin my cigarettes, and that was part of my thinking process, so I must have done that. Now it's a little older, so I'm fuzzy, but... anyway, so like I said, I'm digressing here, but... So it's like something like that has happened before, but it's always been the other way around. It's always been that I've known the painting was happening, I wasn't aware of anything else. In this case, it was like I was listening to music, and I remember listening to the album. I do not remember working on the painting. And I kept doing it. I kept every night I'd come out here. This was before I started streaming or anything like that. Well, I wasn't streaming here, and I didn't stream it on Facebook either at the time. I just forget about it. Next thing I know, more painting. Okay, so I just kept doing it. But the thing was, I got done the painting them all, kind of okay. And then the painting started to behave in my head, at least. I know the painting didn't do anything, but it started to behave kind of like a telltale heart for me. Like I'd sit there, I'd be sitting here, and it was hanging up there for a while, and it'd just sort of look at me, and I'd be like, "You didn't paint me, you know that, right? You're just sort of a fucking vessel. You're not responsible for me." I'm like, "Fuck, all right." So then I tried putting it over here in my collection, like behind everything. And I had done that once before when I had a painting of my son riding horseback that was related to it, that I connected my brain to a friend's death. And I didn't want to really face it anymore. I was like, I couldn't really look at it or it would fuck me up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do that, and I thought that would work. And no, it just sat there again. It was like the telltale heart. It really was. It was like sitting there, like I could hear it almost thumping, like, you didn't paint me. You didn't paint me. I'm not yours. So finally, after, I guess it was May when I sent it out, I was like, fuck this, I'm done. I gotta get rid of this thing. So I sent it up to her agents in New York. I was like, I was a note to her, like, here, just take it, get rid of this thing. I need it out of my house. I need it gone. Do with it what you want, And now digressing all the way back, she just released a new album, and I listened to it on the way into work the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking... I can't believe she actually made me wish my commute was longer. It was goddamn brilliant. I'm listening to it right now again, but it's fucking genius. If you have the opportunity, I suggest you listen to it. And, no, look at that. There we go. I need that much, though. Dip it down a little bit. Anyhow, so but I should have included there. Don't worry, I won't send you another painting for zones me out. I think I wrote it in the letter, so don't worry, this will be the only one. If anything else, I'll destroy my own. I would try not to do that with my paintings, like not destroy things, but it's like so many times you can send something to somebody who has no idea they're getting it for why they're getting it. I'm sure the ride's like, what the fuck is this? I always said at one point I should lay claim to it, but then she's like, I said something the other day about, like, because the other day I did on my Instagram, I posted the painting I did of my friend Phil, like I posted another. Yeah, like a year ago, I was working on this one, and so the year anniversary of that one's coming up. At some point. She's like, I said, should I do that again? Because that means I have to like literally explain what the fuck I did, or didn't do, I should say. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, it's like one of those. Well, I do have to say, just as a thank you, because I don't know who did it. Somebody bought something off my Society 6 page. They bought a beach towel of my Hiroshige piece. I'm going to mispronounce it again. The shitty Western version of saying is Asakusa. That's Asaka Tambo Tori no Machimo. So whoever did that, thank you. I don't think it was my mother. If it was my mother, stop doing that! Buying my shit. Let other people buy it. Not that there's like limited supply or anything, but it's like, come on. It screws me up when I don't know if people are actually buying it. Turns out to be just my mother. It's not my mother, it ends up being my daughter usually. So I hope it's not either one of those two. Alright, I think we're just about there. 10 o'clock, not bad, right? We're getting about there in this. That boy up here needs a little pop, just to get him. Oh. It hardened on me. That's what she said. Alright. So mature. Too much. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Testes. Syphilis. That's how I run my sound checks. Literally, I'll sit in here and I start doing testes. 1, 2, 3. Syphilis. I think it's funny as hell. There's nobody else in here, so I guess it's just me. But. Oh, that's a place I forgot to do. What did I they're kind of like blue. Bluish gray. There we go. So we'll do that. A little more. I don't care which one it is. It gives me the color I want, but one of them's gonna do it. Except that one's our winner. Probably could have left them too. Nobody would even notice. Okay, I turned it off for a second. We had a little bit of that green, and now it's like, okay. I got some windows back there that got a grayish tint. And then we just take a little bits, a couple little dashes, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And now we got a little bit of window glare, you know? That's nice. A nice little bit of window glare. Almost like pitch black color made up here. It's like one of those areas where you just keep playing with it until you get like something that you like. It's just gonna work out eventually. You know, it's your happy little world. Your happy little life. Fuck it. I mean, this is so this is pretty much like a easy night for this because it's just a matter of. So I guess I should like at least again kind of keep with the idea of what I would like this channel to be, even though there's nobody really here for it. Next painting will be a summer scene. It's really just pretty much just the ocean and some shit near the ocean, like a boat there. And, it's from a shot of my family's vacation down in Wildwood like 2 years ago, but kids aren't in it. I was like, yeah, I don't want. I'm trying to keep this one, like, because this one's kind of a brother or cousin or whatever, how you want to refer to it. It's a series that, for the 4 seasons that really didn't start off as a season or a series, it just sort of became one over time. And it's gotta be one of those that's good in there, right? Just need a little touch here. Get a little more extra pop with spots. It's just sort of something that kind of became one over time because it was like, oh, you know, this painting it seems to be very, you know, this one was fall-like, oh, and oh, that one's kind of spring-like, and oh, that one's the winter one. And shit, they're all the same size. They're all horizontal. Yeah, I just need summer. So that's pretty much what it boils down to. It's a series that's been 17 years in the making, I guess. Because I did the first one in 2001, which was the I Call It the Harvest. Which was just a still life with like, like a pumpkin and green and red apples. Had a squash in there. Well, I had 2 pumpkins or something like that, 2 or 3. 1 big ass pumpkin and like 2 small ones. And then what's it called? The then the other one was once I started painting again in last year in 2017. I did one of tulips and it was like, okay, cool. And then earlier this year, before I started streaming on Twitch, I'd done one of a horse shed in winter. And yeah, that's when I was like, oh, you know, it's almost like a series. Not quite a series, but they're almost like a series. Let's make them a series. Not kidding, this is one of those paintings, man, I can do forever and never feel right. And then at the same point, whenever I'm done with it, I'll be like, alright, that's good. This is like one of those like weird... I think it's getting time to move on from it though. How many things should call it? You're just a robo viewer. Who's it saying here? And it says it's either banana ran. I forget your name and I love it. Banana Nana, Commander Root, or Rondobin. That's what it says here. I don't know if that's true or not. What do you guys think, huh? Come on, talk to me. That's something I always find very tricky, actually. Just picking the color for the signature. Because you don't want something... Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you want something that just like jumps out at it. Like, fuck you! Look at me! Other times you want a little more subtle. I think I'm going for subtle this time. Maybe go too subtle. Of course, there's a real problem I have, which is I don't think I have a space right now ready for this thing to move to. I had to laugh. I watched one, it was one of the Joy of Paintings or whatever a while back. I think I might have been watching my own channel because it was streaming. Yeah, like I was hosting them. And it made me laugh because it's like, oh, make sure your signature is always identical so they'll know it's you in the future. It's like, yeah, I'm like terrible about that. And I'm pretty close, but usually it's It's pretty much a mess, especially right here, right now. I think I made it too liquidy. It's fighting me left and right. Sometimes I need it to be really liquidy to do it right. And this time I think I did it too liquidy for the painting's condition. Hell, there's some paintings I've never signed. They all the modern ones, all the ones I've done for the past 2 years, I've signed. But there used to be like a thing where it was like, if I just didn't feel like it was done, if I just felt like it failed it, I just wouldn't even bother. Looks like I've done it in the future. Looks like a 9, doesn't it? Can't see it anyway, I'm sure. It's like so small down here. I think I'm gonna have to actually go back in with a dot of green just to make it like actually turn into an 8. Let's go ahead. Let's just do it anyway. Just boop. Give a little bit of dots. Let's do that in there too. A couple spots there. There we go. Oh, hell, you guys can't even see where I was signing, right? It's not even on the visible on that. Let me back up just a second. There. Probably still underneath my shit. Right there. So I think that's it. I think we're gonna... I know. Let's do one little thing here. This could be just a little bit of oomph. Yeah, I think that's it. So, gotta figure out a way to get more people on here. Tanya, I mean, I know the drawing's worthless now, but you know, your grandkids might be able to sell it for like 50 cents in the future. It'll appreciate value. Maybe even a whole 75. Who knows? Alright. I guess I can move the Zen painting. There. Because I don't want to really move that one. I like it. I can't move that one. I might figure this out because this one comes here, but there's a big space there. It's too big for these two. I can try that one over to here. I don't know. I don't think that goes there. If I can figure it out. So tomorrow we start anew. This is it for this one. So I said tomorrow will be a brand new start. Not tomorrow. Today's Monday, right? Today's Monday. Sorry. Wednesday. Wednesday will be new. Wednesday's a new painting. The one I'm working on will be 24 by 36. Summer scene. Can't because of shit. Nobody sees this joins on. Whatever. Posters are still for sale on 2societystudios.com. It's the number 2, societystudios.com. They are limited edition, running 50 for my view of tulips. They're right on the homepage. I mean, since you're there, there's a picture of the tulips and the buy buttons right underneath them. They're signed. They're signed. They're numbered. Right now, there's been 5 sold, so you got a chance of 6 of 50 or higher, whatever. Depending, there's going to be a run on them, I know. That was a failure and a half, wasn't it? Anyway, I got the certificate of authenticity. For $12, cover shipping included. So it's like, I don't know. That's it. So I'm a great salesman. So, in case you tell. I don't know. Yeah. So Catch you on the flip side on Wednesday.